Hello and welcome back to a brand new Player 2 Plays. My name is Paul James. Today we're playing Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark. Bulwark? Not sure about the pronunciation. But this is, people may recall the Falconeer from basically the launch window of the Xbox Series X and eventually came to PlayStation, and it was so-so. I'm quite impressed actually that we've got ourselves a sequel or a follow-up here. We're playing this on PC. They're not allowing me to change the default display, which is not ideal. So we're kind of looking off screen a little bit throughout this Player 2 Plays. But let's get into this follow-up and see what it's about, because I believe it's very, very different. Thomas Sala, developer.
Open world building sandbox. It has a basic tutorial, a resource system based only on distance rather than how much you can produce, and an ever-expanding set of encounters, world events and unlockables. A word of advice: click and build everywhere. There are no mistakes, and slowly figuring out what builds where and how things grow is part of the game. It's about experimenting, so don't be afraid and just go wild.
Let's begin. So I'm getting Steam notifications. Get lost.
Here. We've already built a few essential buildings. I'll assist you in connecting things up and getting the settlement up and running. While you're on the ground, we will focus on a single building at a time. This will allow you to build outward in a variety of ways and upwards later on.
Just getting my keys worked out, because I am not a mouse and keyboard person.
First, connect this outpost to the wood mill, which is located down in the shallow water beside the sea tree fungi. Without wood, we cannot build.
Until it snaps, or the blinking orange icon pops up.
Notice how workers are already building houses and industry along the walk. This is your wood mill. It produces and transports wood across walkways. Let us build a basic wooden tower with a walkway towards it.
Extend the build line with the mouse until a circle is displayed. Then press the right mouse button.
You just built a basic tower. It is used to connect up your settlement and transport vital resources. Workers will also build homes and industry around it. This resource extractor is missing access to workers. This stone quarry works similarly to your wood mill. It produces stone that can travel a limited number of walkways. You cannot build on top of the sea tree fungi. These are needed to produce wood.
Hang on, can I demolish? Huh.
Great job. Now we have access to the quarry, our wooden towers can be upgraded to stone. We can use this stone to upgrade various buildings and walkways. And, just like the wood mill, by allowing workers to build around it, the stone industry can expand.
Select the nearest building with your cursor. Move the cursor so the wooden tower is selected and the build line retracted. Oh, there's how I demolish. Alright, so let's... Hang on, now I need to fix some stuff. This is gonna set off a... There's stuff flying everywhere and I don't like it. What have I done? Alright. I am here. And I just want to connect that to that. There we go. Right. Now. What is happening here?
Stone towers create stone walkways. If you rebuild a walkway adjacent to a stone tower in place of a current wooden one, it will be upgraded to stone.
The one-click thing is a bit infuriating.
Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further. Resource extractors cannot be upgraded. Encourage workers to settle around them to gain more output. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further. Stone towers create stone walkways. If you rebuild a walkway adjacent to a stone tower in place of a current wooden one, it will be upgraded to stone.
Swing that camera angle. Oh my god. Swing it around. We're having a rough time here.
This stone quarry works similarly to your wood mill. It produces stone that can travel a limited number of walkways.
Alright, you need to select your outpost. Great, here's an outpost. The outpost is perched on the rock above the windmill.
Outposts can be upgraded as well. Let's use the stone to upgrade the outpost to its second stage. We can add foundations to basic towers and outposts. These allow workers to build a higher class of housing on them, increasing the worker output. Select your outpost. So
Alright. I'll go back to the outpost. Just quit nagging me. Nagging. Add a foundation. Extend the build line slowly until square icons are displayed.
The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it.
Flying your surveyor. Coming up, developing command. Yeah, okay.
We have done well. It is time we started being more ambitious. Take to the skies and seek out iron ore.
Right. Use space to switch between ground and air
The
modes.
surveyor allows you to build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. It will also help you. The world map shows our holdings, which we can fast travel to. I will also mark any freelance captains that enter our waters, as well as suspicious locations.
Okay, so that's just our stone quarry from my earlier build. So switch to buildings. No. Take to the skies. Oh. Find an iron resource on one of the small islands nearby. Okay.
Building there would be too unstable. Your surveyor allows you to build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. It will also help to get you out of trouble, which is never far on the Earthsea. We now have access to iron, but it needs to be transported across the water. Let us build a trade route for ships that can transport iron and other resources back and forth.
Alright. Harbours must be built in deep water, close to a shore.
This is too close to something else. Several captains are now available.
Captain Johnson. Halliforth. Alexander.
Harbors always need to be built as pairs. As soon as you build two, a trade route will connect them. Captains will carry your resources over vast distances.
Hang on, there's my outpost.
Select your outpost, so we can start expanding it further. With iron, we can start building defensive structures, such as imposing command towers. But before doing so, we need to upgrade our outpost into a proper citadel.
Upgrade your outpost to a citadel. It is very, like, in terms of simplicity, it's, you know, it's all very one touch. Like, there's a natural direction you're going to go in. My citadel. Coming up, exploring the open world. And so, yeah, we have our trade route here.
Resources now at our disposal. Let's focus on building command towers.
Upgrade a basic or stone tower to a command tower.
Mighty command towers have the potential to reach high into the sky, their height only being dependent on the level of access to workers. Build this tower as high as possible. Change
Check.
the floor you are building from. Lower floors build foundations, while higher floors build balconies and sky bridges. Command tower foundations are strong battlements that support your tower.
Alright. Use one to move down to the lower floors. Needed to build foundations. Slightly extend the build line until you see a triangle or square.
Falconeers are built from high floors. The more expansive your tower, the more powerful your commanders will become if they are assigned here. This command tower is looking stout. We already have an experienced warbird commander among our retinue. Let's assign them to this command tower.
Alright. Oh, come here. We're getting there, but like, where's this going?
New forces are ready nearby. Fly up to their command tower for them to join our battle group. This tower and its commander now stand watch over our settlement. Their forces will deploy, joining our battle group. Our settlement is established. We have access to resources, a citadel, and command towers. It's time to explore the surrounding area, finding more people that will help us thrive. Resource extractors cannot be upgraded. Encourage workers to settle around them to gain more output. This tower and its commander now stand watch over our settlement. Their forces will deploy, joining our battle group when the surveyor is near the command tower. Our settlement is established. We have access. These are desperate times, so we may need to accept unlikely neighbors. But be wary of who you invite in. If they bring their old allegiances, conflict is sure to follow. Pay attention to the political influence of your settlement. If one faction becomes dominant over the other, now it's all up to you. Head out and explore
Alright.
the Earth.
Well, that was a little look at Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark.
Protect yourself and our
Bulwark.
citizens well.
Sorry.
Good luck.
There's a lot to kind of, as the tutorial was saying, it's kind of confusing at first. There's a lot that the game doesn't necessarily
Before
say,
the Great War, the Imperium held the resources.
which doesn't necessarily make it easy at times. But I'm intrigued by. Oh, hang on, what's this over here?
You have enrolled a trade ship captain.
Anyway,
Be assigned to transport.
it's certainly an intriguing title. Very minimalist in terms of its control, and so there's a little bit to get used to when it comes to that. But otherwise, like I'm into it. I'm keen to see more. Anyway, that wraps things up for this entry of Player 2 Plays. That was Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patched, Player 2 Plays, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Some awesome stuff there, so please subscribe and go and check it out. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary, where there's been some sensational developer guests on the show in recent weeks and months, with more to come, so please subscribe and go and check it out. Thomas Salo, if you're watching, happy to have you on board. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. The lower tiers, early access to episodes. At the higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there's Twitter. You'll find me at Paul James Games. The website, you'll find at player2au. And until next time, that was Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot more to learn. I'm definitely going to spend more time with it because I want to try and get my head around these different systems. There's a lot going on here. I just need to piece it out and get my head around a little bit more. But thank you very much for watching. Cheers.